Good day, everyone. So if I've worked my way up to the top of my chart and I have something to communicate about in my career sector, and I'm good with delivering messages to you, and I know what to say, how to say it, when to say it, why I'm saying it, the delivery, how I look when I say it, the timing of what I say and when I say, I am Mercury conjunct the Midheaven energy. And if you carry this in your chart, you want to know that Mercury has reached the top in the field of communications, in the field of delivering messages, okay? In the field of transportation, in the field of electronic devices. And so when we look at Mercury, there's a lot of talents and gifts if you were born with Mercury conjunct the Midheaven in your career, in your reputation. And why is that? Because good communications and people who are good with communications and talented and know how to deliver messages are valuable resources in the career sector, in that area. You need Mercury conjunct the Midheaven people to communicate positively about you when your reputation has gone to the bottom. You need this Mercury conjunct Midheaven energy to communicate that things are getting better in the world. It's not bad anymore. We're going to get out of this. We're going to get through this. You need people to inspire you to make a change. You need people to hear you when you're sharing deep, dark secrets with them. Trauma. You want to be heard, right? When you journal, when you write a book, the words you use are powerful. They're valuable. They can inspire or they can deflate. Your choice with Mercury conjunct the Midheaven. How do you work with this? Well, do you like to communicate? How do you communicate? Are you into just communicating in person? Or do you prefer phone calls? Pick up the phone. What about, are you a text message person? What about email? Is that your preferred form of communication? What about on your blog? What about through social media? Do you like the IMs? Do you like the DMs? Do you like to get your messages out on Facebook or Pinterest or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or any of the other social media platforms? What's your way you love to communicate? What are you drawn to? Are you drawn to the best smartphone? Do you like to do Zoom calls? Do you like to communicate? What's your thing? Mercury's here. Mercury's asking you. How, what, when, where, all that good stuff. So don't be surprised, those of you who have Mercury conjunct the Midheaven, if people see you as a good communicator. You may not see it because you have this gift, but others may, okay? But you're the one I want when, times are tough and I need someone to explain the situation I'm in so I can get out of the situation and move forward. You're the attorney I want if I have to go to trial with my case, Mercury conjunct the Midheaven. You're the press secretary I want if I'm the President of the United States, Mercury conjunct the Midheaven. You're the stand-up comic that I want to listen to when I'm watching Netflix. You're the inspirational speaker that I adore. You're the religious speaker. You're the religious leader. You're the doctor I love because you communicate well. You tell me really what's going on. Maybe your communication style is you're a straight shooter, no bull crap. Maybe you tongue twist how you communicate. Maybe you're a salesperson, but you kind of, you could sell anything to anybody and you know it and you're gifted, but you got to be careful because it can be tricky. Are you a tricky communicator? Do you sell people things honestly and ethically, or do you sell them not so honestly and ethically because you need to put money in your account? Remember, Mercury, high expression, low expression is applicable. Are you a communications major? Do you have a bachelor's in communication? Do you have a master's? Do you have a PhD? Are you a broadcast journalist? Are you a TV or radio show host? Do you have your own podcast? How do your messages get out into the world? What do you have to say? Are you wanting to teach? Do you want to train? Do you want to inspire? Do you want to motivate? Do you want to listen? Do you want to write? Do you want to read? What is your mode? So anyway, you guys, there's no way I could cover all forms of communication. But just know this placement covers all forms of communication. And when E.F. Hutton talks, everybody listens. Do you remember that when I studied that in grad school? That's a slogan that was out for E.F. Hutton. Mercury conjunct the midheaven to me is that placement. When Mercury talks, everybody listens. So, anything goes, whoever has this placement. I think it's a gift. Advertising, law, public relations, poetry, trainer, teacher, text messenger, orator, travel guru, writer, speaker, listening, books, electronic devices, brand manager, administration, operations, actor, stand-up comic, internet guru, pilot, someone who likes to communicate in the air, captain on a ship, someone who likes to communicate in water, captain in space, or whatever they call the person who runs the space stuff. Astronaut, I guess. Oh my goodness. Do you like to communicate on the train? Do you like to communicate in the rain? Do you like to communicate in your car? This could represent someone who just loves to get on a road trip and have their meetings come through their Bluetooth in their car. And this could be you. It's true. Speechwriter. This reminds me of Jen Psaki, the press secretary. I love her style. So really look at it. What does it mean to you? Who are you drawn to in communications? Do you have a favorite communicator? Do you have a favorite public speaker? Who do you listen to? Who grabs your attention? That might help you understand this energy. So let's go a little further. So if you have Mercury in Aries conjunct the midheaven, I would say you're a pretty confident communicator. You can hold your own. And anybody that has questions, you can answer. Confident communicator. You know what to say at the right moment, at the right time. And if anybody wants to debate you, you can handle it. What about Mercury in Taurus conjunct the midheaven? Well, I would say this is communications that involve the senses. So it's important maybe that you look a certain way, you say pleasant words, your voice may sound good. Their senses are involved in your communications. What does that mean? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe when you communicate, you love to send a photo, Maybe you're just a really good sensual communicator who knows how to discuss the pleasantries in your communication skills, right? It could also mean you communicate about money or anything Venusian is applicable here. What about Mercury in Gemini conjunct the midheaven? This is communications times 1,000, period. The guru of communications, the expert, the trickster, the person who knows how to, when, what, where, and how. That's what that chart is. Mercury loves Gemini, period. A love for communications, a love for more than one thing. Anything Gemini in a communications way, okay? Two forms of communication. Stand-up comic communicator. This is someone who communicates and is probably not boring, okay? What about Mercury in Cancer? I'm a nurturer in my communications. when I communicate at work, I need to be nurturing. I need to care. I'm a caring communicator. The words I use nurture others. My message in my communications is to nurture, is to make you feel safe, make you feel loved, make you feel cared for. I'm a nourishment communicator. And that means I can talk about houses and homes and families and real estate, whatever careers those equal. That's me. Mercury and Leo. Well, I am a Hollywood actress and entertainer. Woohoo! I love glamour. I love lights when I communicate. Put the lights on me when I communicate because I'm comfortable with that. I like the lights because my hair looks good and I want to be seen and I want to have fun and I'm a glamorous communicator and I'm made to communicate about attention matter subjects. I'm made to communicate on the screen. I'm made to communicate in the classroom. I'm made to bring attention to the messages. Okay? I'm made to communicate in a fun way, in a childish way. I'm a good teacher, too. You want to go travel the world? Do you want to travel to Do you want to travel to Bali? Do you want to travel to Canada? Let's do it. Let's have some fun. I can communicate to you some fun ways to have a fun vacation. Mercury and Leo. Now move to Mercury and Virgo. I'm precise with my communication skills. These are the facts. As your contractor, this is what I need to buy. These are the materials I will need to buy. This is the day I'm going to start the job at your house. Please make sure nobody is home the day I'm here remodeling or starting the remodel at your home. The cost is going to be approximately $10,000. And we should finish on time. And it's going to be perfect. And this is the energy. Mercury in Virgo is a great communicator when you need details, when you need precise communications. It has to be right the first time. You have to strive to use the right words. You have to get the words right the first time. Mercury and Virgo is a perfectionistic communicator. They'll work on their communication skills. Okay? Mercury in Virgo makes great communicators in healthcare, great communicators around pets, great communicators of being of service to other people. How can I help you? They're precise, they're accurate, they're helpful communicators. The words they use embode Virgo-ness. What about Mercury in Libra? Well, that could be someone who communicates in a one-to-one way, in a Libra way. It's you and me. So that could bode well for what? Counseling, attorneys, marriage and family, wedding planning, relationships, the public. They could be good with the public. The public could love them. You know, this bodes well for many positions. What about Scorpio? Mercury in Scorpio conjunct the Midheaven. What is that communication style like? It's intense. There could be secrets there. I'm not going to be able to tell you everything. I can't tell you everything about what happened that night. But I can tell you it was devastating. It was traumatic. I thought I was going to die. Mercury in Scorpio can hear these stories around difficult subject matter, such as death and dying. Mercury in Scorpio can listen to the intense stories you have, that you carry, and they can communicate that information. They can listen to you, to what you have to say. They will listen intently. Mercury and Scorpio are good communicators, for example, in criminal investigations, right? In forensics. How many people here can talk about blood and guts, you know, and death and dying? and crime scenes and sexual triangles and secrets and affairs. That's Mercury and Scorpio. They're not going to tell you everything, okay? Mercury and Scorpio is not going to tell you everything because there's a secret storyline with Mercury in Scorpio. Now, they're going to tell you some stuff, for sure, but they're not going to tell you everything because there's secrets there, right? And the secrets will come out, and when they do, they'll find a way to maybe communicate them, but you're not going to get it all up front with Mercury and Scorpio. You're going to get intensity. You could get jealous communications. There's obsessive communications. Are you obsessed with how you communicate? Are you obsessive in your communications, Mercury and Scorpio? What does that mean for you, right? And so think about intense communications. If you hear an intense story, you need to really listen to fully understand it, right? If you go out on a crime scene and you see blood and guts, you need to get into the details, the nitty-gritty to describe things, okay? Mercury in Scorpio, intense, delivering difficult messages, powerful messages, messages that can change the world, messages that transform. You could be a healer, you could be a doctor, you could be a nurse, you could be a surgeon, you could be a great speaker. Whatever it is, it's transformative. What about Mercury in Sagittarius? Well, this is an optimistic communicator. This is someone who wants to inspire with their communication skills, with the words they use, with what they have to say. This could be like a Tony Robbins public speaker, a motivational speaker. This could be a poet. This could be anybody that inspires you for change, to make a difference, to be living the best life you have. It could be a teacher. This could be a doctor. This could be a lawyer. This could be a pope. This could be a religious leader like Joyce Myers or, who's the other guy? Joel Osteen. Mercury and Sag conjunct the midheaven. It could also mean you communicate in multiple languages. You're a bilingual communicator. Maybe you know 3 languages. Maybe you know 4. Maybe you communicate internationally. Okay? You could also be involved with communications around horses, the horse industry, royalty. You could be a communicator for a very famous royal person. What about Mercury in Capricorn? Well, this is serious. Hello, everyone. This is your board of directors, and this is what we are going to discuss today. This is a very serious communicator, Mercury in Capricorn. Okay? And it's going to start at 8 a.m., and we will be departing here exactly at 4 o'clock. Please turn your phones off. This is serious. We have to make commitments here today. Okay? No distractions, nothing. This is the way it's going to be. So, Mercury in Capricorn. I'm a serious communicator. I mean what I say what I mean. I can communicate in a corporate level on a serious nature. I can communicate with the government. I'm not really giggling and I'm not really laughing here. Mercury in Capricorn conjunct the midheaven. I could, but I'm more serious. So if you need a serious, honest, ethical communicator, I'm that person. Now, Capricorn also rules what? The back, the bones, and the teeth. You could communicate about that too. Chiropractor, dentist, orthopedic, surgeon, anything to do with those areas. Okay? Mercury in Aquarius is what? A brilliant communicator, someone who gets your attention with the words they use. Someone who talks about social media, someone who's innovative with the words they use. The communication words get your attention. You want to hear what they have to say because it's cutting edge communications. It's thinking outside of the box, brilliant ideas. And they're a humanitarian communicator. So this can bode well for anybody who works with humanitarian causes, anybody who works, for example, in Silicon Valley with social media gurus like Google, Facebook. This is all Mercury in Aquarius. I'm a communications guru with social media, on the internet, with my smartphone, with my electronic devices, and so on and so forth. Now, we're going to end this communications. Is coming to an end now. Okay? Because Mercury is in Pisces now. So we've been communicating for quite some time, haven't we? We started out pretty confident, didn't we, in Aries? And now it's time to close down the communications. Mercury in Pisces, conjunct the midheaven. We're closing down the communications now. These communications will probably be behind closed doors. Not too many people get to know really what we're going to talk about. And so we could be people that are confiding in each other. And maybe we're writing some songs. Maybe we're writing poetry. Maybe we've turned out the outside world. We could be a healer. We could work in a hospital setting. We could be a Reiki master. We could communicate in a very healing way. Maybe we work in a spa. Maybe we do facials. Maybe we do Reiki. Maybe we do craniosacral. Maybe we're acupuncturists. And we ask you, is everything okay? Are you going to be, we've got some healing modalities. And it's going to be okay. All right? So let's focus. Let's focus on our healing. This is a great energy for healers. Anybody who heals with their words wants to heal. Anything in the healing arts, anything in songwriting, anything that moves people, anything that makes people want to dance. You have dance, your words flow. They're like music for the soul. Mercury in Pisces. And so we're ending the communications now. We're finishing it up. The communications need to be finished now. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.